You've probably heard the phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but have you ever wondered who made it possible for all of us to take those pictures? Right here in Rochester, New York, one man changed the world of photography forever. And this isn't just another mansion tour. It's the birthplace of modern photography and the legacy of George Eastman that lives on inside this remarkable museum. I'm going to visit the George Eastman Museum here in Rochester. Eastman, I believe, a co-founder of Kodak, the Eastman Kodak Company. So we'll check this out. We've all seen the bulky cameras and stiff portraits of early photography, a process once reserved for professionals with complex equipment. But George Eastman changed everything. Not only did you no longer need to be a professional to take a photo, he made photography accessible to the masses and pioneered the very first mail-away photo processing service, putting the power to capture memories into everyone's hands. From the earliest photographic equipment to the first Brownie camera, this museum shows how Kodak took photography out of the lab and into everyday life. Suddenly, families could capture birthdays, vacations, and school plays. No technical training required. It wasn't just a product, it was a revolution. Innovations within photography. Thinking of history, these weren't just cameras of birthdays and weddings. Kodak film flew to the moon. In the Apollo missions, specialized cameras documented our first steps on the lunar surface, and some of the most iconic images ever taken were captured with George Eastman's legacy. Here you can trace the full journey, from bulky film cameras to sleek digital devices. Displays showcase how cameras shrank, screens grew, and film gave way to pixels. Until one day, we all carried one in our pockets. Not just a phone, a studio, a darkroom, and a distribution network, all in one. From Edison's earliest motion picture experiments to the rise of Panavision, the evolution of cinema was built directly upon the innovations of George Eastman and his Kodak company, supplying the film, the technology, and the vision that helped turn moving pictures into a global art form. George Eastman didn't just invent a camera, he reinvented how you and I capture everyday life. And here, inside this museum, part elaborate mansion, part world-class photo archive, you'll see how one man's vision changed the world forever, from the first handheld cameras to the earliest days of cinema history. This isn't just another fancy rich guy's mansion. It's where the story of modern photography is told.
And then after she passed, he started having breakfast in the conservatory, which is where we're heading. A very, very large room. What I love to say, the elephant in the room. I can't help it. Breakfast here, and he would listen to his organist play, because of course he had an organist play every morning, and he had all this wonderful music coming from the south in this beautiful room. He also purchased another organ, Opus 1416. So we have Opus 947, Opus 4, and where did it go? It went in the room above the dining room. The dining room, okay, was right here. And then if you look up, you'll see a panel, one set of panels all the way around a square skylight. So he has two organs playing. He's sitting here, he's listening to it. He has surround sound, but it's not perfect. Why? Because the room is square. So what do you do if you're Mr. Eastman? He has the house cut in half, and it was pushed 9 feet 4 inches. It's an extra 9 feet 4 inches. It was raised up 2 years to plan, but only about 7 weeks to raise it up and push it. That was all moved back. So remember, when that was moved back, there was an organ up there. Alright? If you look up there, every bird that you see is different. It's all different birds, but in the upper right-hand corner, maybe some of you could see it, in the upper right-hand corner above, you could see a squirrel. You see the squirrel? So I love Samuel Yellen's sense of humor. He's stuck in a squirrel because, of course, you know, but every bird is different, trust me. A real Pacific train. Yeah, I took lots of it. He had horses. He loved cars, horrible driver.
This isn't just another Gilded Age mansion. It's the second most photographed home in America after the White House. Not because of its size or extravagance, but because it belonged to the man who made photography accessible to the world. After serving for years as university offices, the house was carefully restored room by room to reflect the world that George Eastman built for himself. From the majestic organs filling his home with music, to the stained glass windows that echo his fascination with travel, to the trophies on the walls and the meticulously arranged library, every detail reveals something that he valued. Eastman's home might not rival the palaces of other industrial tycoons, but it still offers a powerful window into his world, elegant, refined, and full of quiet innovation. From the animal trophies in the conservatory to the transportation-themed stained glass, the grand staircase, and the organ that he enjoyed daily, this house reflects what Eastman truly valued: discipline, creativity, and the joy of lifelong learning. And though he could have spent his wealth on extravagance, Eastman chose a different path, giving away over $100 million, worth billions in today's money, to support education, science, and healthcare. His home is only a fraction of his legacy. But even visionaries have limits. In his final years, Eastman suffered from chronic pain, and feeling that he had accomplished what he had set out to do, he left a note that read simply, "My work is done. Why wait?" And just like that, the man who helped the world capture its most meaningful moments quietly stepped away from the frame. In the end, George Eastman lived a life shaped by vision and driven by the belief that dreams, when paired with bold innovation, could change the world. From a boy with an idea to a man who put cameras in our hands and memories on our walls, he didn't just build a business. He built a legacy, one that still inspires, still plays on, and with every photo or video that we take, we build upon the legacy of George Eastman.
Will come true.